We are finishing the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas because I just cannot seem to get through it. I'm stuck on Tower of Dawn, and then I have Kingdom of Ash left, and that is it. I would be done. But for some reason, A, I didn't tandem read it like an idiot, and B, I just have like big series phobia where I can't finish big series. Reading these books back to back to back until I hit Empire of Storms, which is the, let's see, the 6th book. This one would be the 7th. And then I just like couldn't get through that one, barely got through that one, and now I can't get through this. So in this video, we're going to read Tower of Dawn and Kingdom of Ash, which is the final book in the series, and hopefully just like find joy in it again, because for some reason like I just can't make it through series, and I really want to push myself to finish series that I've started. So let's go. Okay, I am outside reading, and I gotta say, I don't remember what's going on. I'm only on page 28, but we're referencing the end of Queen of Shadows. I don't really remember a lot of this stuff. I like am sitting here and I'm like, da-da-da-da-da, and I don't remember what's happening. I really don't. New reading buddy. Say hi, Belle. Say hi. That's his way of saying hi. Filling the pages with snot. Okay, so I kind of look like crap. My book is over there. I don't want to grab it. But I'm starting to get into it. I got to my first... Ooh, I don't know how you say her name. It's either Irene or Urine. I'm going to say Irene, because that's just how I've been reading it in my head. But I got to her first chapter, and I didn't remember her from the Assassin's Blade, I think. Is that what the prequel's called? I didn't remember her as a character, but my friend, thank God, told me who she was, and I was like, it clicks. So I got to her first chapter, and I kind of loved it. Like, I kind of love her. And then immediately I got to Kale's chapter. I was like, oh, whatever. But we're starting to get into it, and yeah. I'm currently waiting. My dad has a doctor's appointment I drove him to, so it's perfect time for some car reading. Currently on page 94, and I think I'm finally into the book because I think I really like Irene. Like, every time I get to an Irene chapter, like, I'm sucked in, and then I get to a Kale chapter, I'm like, oh, I don't care. Nesrin, I don't really think has had a lot of point of views up to this point, so I don't really know how I feel about her. But Irene, love Irene. She's the reason I'm like, I have energy to keep reading. And I'm on page 94. So we're almost at that first 100 out of 600, but 1 out of 6, pretty good. Sometimes I'm reading and I just think like my reading comprehension must be so bad, because who is Shen? Am I supposed to know who that is? Like, was he in the rest of this book and I just completely missed it? Like, who is that? Okay, we have a quick little update. I am currently 275 pages in, and I've decided I was originally going to keep this spoiler free, but I've changed my mind because, like, why are Nesrin and Kale, like, still... Oh, spoilers. This is spoiler warning, spoiler. Why are they pretending? Like, they're not even, like, pretending. They're just, like, just talk about it, so then you guys can, like, not be a thing anymore, and then Kale and Irene can be together, and Nesrin can go be with the prince, because, like... Guys, what are we doing? The last chapter I read was Irene walking in the morning after the, like, sea goddess festivals, and she walks in to, like, help heal Kale, and he's laying there, like, naked with Nesrin, you know, balled up next to him, and she's like, oh, and then she has a lot of feelings about it, and she's like, why do I care? And I'm like, you care because, like, obviously there's tension and there's chemistry, and there's none of that with Kale and Nesrin. What are they doing? Like, why don't they just, like, end it officially and they can go on and both be happier? Like, I don't I don't understand. And it made me so frustrated that I've decided to make this a spoiler video instead of spoiler free. So congrats if you've read this book. We got our book, some music, and the pool. We're about to chill out. We are here and we're oops, I just got hit by the temperature thing. We are swimming, and I was gonna do a little reading. I got my book, and first I'm just gonna kind of read right here because I feel like it's more secure. You know, less chance of getting wet. But then I kind of want to try something risky that I don't actually know if it's gonna work. And that is getting in the little tube and lounging out and having my book. And that's risky because, you know, it'll go all over the pool and hopefully my book doesn't get wet. So let's try it. Right now we're getting Kale's kind of backstory of giving up his title in Aniel, I think is the town he's from. This is like a breakthrough, and I really like this paragraph. And Kale has just like found the letter that Nesrin wrote that's like, I hold you to no promises, I'm leaving. And he goes, she might not hold him to any promises, but he held himself to them. And he had let this thing between them go on, had used her like some crutch. Kale blew out a breath, crumpling Nesrin's letter and his own in his fist. I love that. Like, I don't know. It's like the character, like, this is just like such a defining character development moment. And I just reading it all, I don't know, just really hit me for some reason. Okay, so Kale is telling Irene about the king being possessed, and it just like made me realize I kind of don't like, because she says, but the king truly had been possessed then all this time. I kind of don't like that. I don't really remember what happened, but like I wish the king, like his own greed or like thirst for power, like led him to letting the Vogue possess him. You know what I mean? Like I don't like that. It's like, at least here it feels like the king's just getting written off for all the terrible things he did because he was possessed. Like I want him to have done something, which I think he did, but I don't fully remember, and I'm definitely gonna look up to find out because I don't remember, even though I think it might have been like referenced in another book. Irene just said, so did she pick Dorian then, the queen? I'm surprised she could stomach either of you given your history. It's getting so juicy. They're like low-key having an argument, and like their feelings are just like coming together, and she's like, while all that's happening, she's like trying to get him to stand up because like he should be able to stand. So let's continue. We won. They kissed. I'm so happy right now. I'm gonna read you the paragraph. And it was only when Irene settled her hand on his chest, not to push him away, but to feel the raging, thunderous heartbeat beneath, that Kale lowered his head and kissed her. I'm done. Like, I don't need to read anymore. I'm happy. I'm content. This is all I ever wanted in this book. And I'm so happy right now. I don't even know what to think. The contrast of Nesrin and her man being like fighting spiders, almost dying, and then Kale and Irene are just like getting it on in a romantic tent. Like, I'm pretty sure that this is supposed to be like a big plot twist, and the way I read it with just like a straight face was crazy. Low-key, I'm starting to like Nesrin, her with these spiders being like, I like stories, tell me the story of Maeve being queen of both the Fae and the Vogue, like I want to know. I'm like, you go queen, manipulate those spiders, yes. Okay, so I have just over 100 pages left. Hopefully I can just like crank this out. I'm like, I really want to just like read Kingdom of Ash after, but the fact that it's 1,000 pages is really throwing me off, just because they keep mentioning Aedion and Lysandra, and they're like literally my favorite characters, and I'm like, I just want to read them again. But yeah, what has happened so far is Sartok and Nesrin have just like battled against the spider people things, and then they learned that Maeve is actually a Valg queen who kind of like masqueraded and manipulated the Fae into believing that she was one of their queens. And then Nesrin and Kale finally like seal the deal on her little birthday trip to the desert. They come home to the palace and his room is ransacked. Almost all of the like scrolls and books and things Irene had taken from the tour were missing now, and the only one left is one scroll that was like shoved into a boot. And so that is what's just happened. Irene is now back at the tour, and let's get to reading. No, because like he's not dead. He can't be dead. What? I'm so lost. It says Irene cold breathed, and the word was so full of pain, so quiet. It was too late. Her magic could feel it. His death. She never told him about that terrible gift that healers knew when death sat near. I'm sorry? What? What? Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, he had his like full character arc, you know, finished. Where is it? Here it is. Kale like finally completed his character arc. It says, using the chair is not a punishment, it is not a prison, he said. It never was, and I am as much of a man in that chair and with that cane as I am standing on my feet. Oh, perfect, 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 perfect. Oh, they got married. This is written so well. Kale took the scrap from Irene, the paper velvet soft from its countless readings and foldings, and how she'd held it in her pocket, clutched it all these years. He unfolded the note and read the words he'd already knew were within. For wherever you need to go, and then some, the world needs more healers. The waves quieted, the ship itself seemed to pause. Kale glanced to Irene, smiling serenely at the sea, then to the note, to the handwriting he knew as well as his own. He knew, he knew, he knew. So she's finished, and I have a lot of thoughts that I need to collect. So I'll either be back tomorrow or later tonight with a like review, because like there's a lot going on up here about this book. I have spent some time, I've collected my thoughts, and this, one of my favorite books of this series. The character development was insane in this book, like insane. Starting off with Kale, watching him go from someone who's letting this darkness consume him, and he's let himself feel weak and inferior just because he has a disability, to kind of embracing it and becoming this person who isn't afraid of being confined to a chair, because he knows that he is the same person in the chair and outside of the chair. He kind of has that like inner strength and inner confidence in himself, and I loved that. Out of the two, Nesrin was definitely the weaker character at the beginning. The beginning, very slow start, but once you get into it, you get into it. Part of that slow start is Nesrin's character. She is kind of just there, and her point of views weren't that interesting to me. The second half, I was sad. Anytime it was Nesrin's point of view, I knew we were getting action. And in these like action-packed scenes, she like really comes into herself, and she ends up being the one that, you know, finds out about Maeve, and that's solely because of her own savviness and her own wit and like confidence in herself that they were going to get out of that situation. Honestly, love Nesrin after that. The Maeve reveal wasn't that shocking to me, but once it kind of like settled in, I was like, oh wait, I actually really like that. I think that Maeve being a Vogue queen instead of just like a Fae queen was very interesting, and the fact that she kind of like infiltrated the Fae, that was a really cool twist. And like it just got me wondering if like, was there that same twist in Empire of Storms? I don't think there was. I don't remember that from Empire of Storms. So like the people who just decide to skip this book and are like, oh, it's not necessary, like, are they just confused during Kingdom of Ash? Because I feel like Maeve being a Vogue queen is like probably really important in Kingdom of Ash, because that's probably like the whole point. Like I just don't understand people who skip this book. Now that I've read it, I don't understand people that skip this book. There's Irene, I really loved. From her first chapter, she's the reason I got through the beginning, because her chapters were carrying. And her character development was so strong as well. Like, I honestly think this is Sarah J. Maas's best character development work. Because at the beginning, Irene kind of carries this hatred for Kale's country. The king had murdered a bunch of her own people, and she kind of has this prejudice towards those people. Throughout the book and like helping Kale through his injury, she's kind of like discovering that her prejudices were holding her back, and that they are doing nothing but keeping hate in her heart for people that she honestly doesn't even know. And people aren't what their king believe, and I think that that's such an important like lesson that Irene learned, and it was honestly amazing to read. Absolutely love the ending. Irene and Kale, like, chef's kiss, they're together. Loved it. I also really like that they're like tied together. I think that's gonna make a very interesting plot point in Kingdom of Ash, because they literally hold each other's lives in the palm of their hands. But overall, I really loved Tower of Dawn. I think that this is literally one of my favorites of the whole series. The character development was phenomenal, and I just think it was like really refreshing to be in a different part of this world, to kind of explore the southern continent and learn about their customs, their cultures, what's going on down there. That was just very refreshing for me. Let me know down below what your thoughts were on Tower of Dawn. If you skipped it, go back and read it because it was good. I'm gonna start Kingdom of Ash tonight because I'm actually like, I need to know. I'm so into this world again, and I thank you, Kale. Like, he did it for me. Like, I am in this world again. I need to know how it ends. Kingdom of Ash being 900 pages has always been scary to me, but I'm gonna start it tonight, and you can expect another reading vlog of that. Probably won't be up for a while because, like I said, it's like a 900-page book. It's gonna, yeah, that's gonna take me a while to get through. I hope you enjoyed this reading vlog of Tower of Dawn. And if you want to stay tuned for the Kingdom of Ash one, just subscribe down below and comment if you liked Tower of Dawn as much as I did, because honestly, I think this is one of Sarah J. Maas's best books, and I haven't even read all of her books, and I'm like, this one, it's this one.